My name is Deian McBryde. I'm a brand new Philadelphian. Thank you. I bought my apartment last year over FaceTime. So if you are an age-appropriate gentleman, I will probably marry you with just a photograph, as long as you're a fixer-upper. So I want to talk tonight about best friends. Do you have one? Yeah. Mine, Eric. Smart, funny, generous, gregarious, sassy, and dead. Eric died March 31st, 1992 of HIV/AIDS. And I think about him every day. We met when we were very young men in the Air Force. And an early memory was us watching some female lieutenant. We called them lady lieutenants back then. So a female lieutenant walking down the hallway with her heels click, click, clicking on the floor. And so the sound of determination for us became click, 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 right? And which evolved into, if you're angry, sort of boom, 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 boom. And then, you know, my feet are booming, my lips are getting little, my eyes are winking, whatever. We just sort of would manifest all these physical descriptions to describe how irritated we were. And then we'd laugh. I don't know why it was funny. It's what we did. We like to make fun of people, I think. Eric called me one day from work. He was very irritated at what had happened at work that day, and he's ranting about it. And I said, you know, sweetie, you just got to remember, people are stupid. And he said, yeah, I should write that down, right? So as Eric got sicker, I wanted to go and see him. I really did, but money was tight, and my partner didn't think it was a good idea, and couldn't get time off work. So we would talk on the phone, and I'd tell him, I want to come see you. I'm going to come as soon as I can. I'm going to come and see you. But I didn't, and he died. And I get the call that he died, and voila, time off work, and we found the money for me to go for a funeral. At the funeral, I sing, pretty sure it was Wind Beneath My Wings. Kind of on point. And his family was very, very excited to share Eric's diary of deep thoughts, but Eric really wasn't a deep thinker. That wasn't on the list of things that I said. So there were 4 entries in his diary. One of them had only 3 words. People are stupid. Well, he wrote it down. And at a little memorial party, people were sharing stories, and his partner, Bob, who's also dead, he told a story about Eric's dementia. And as it got worse, he would say, sweetie, you know what I'm getting you for Christmas this year? And Eric would say, what? And Bob would say, same thing I got you last year. Bitch. I learned a lot of things about my friend that night. I learned, for example, that when I would come to town, he would cancel all of his other friends, and he would just block that time off just for me. And they would say, why don't we get to meet Deian? Why don't we get to hang out with Deian? And he'd say, Deian's my friend. I want him to myself. I'll see you in a few days. I'd never had anybody love me like that before. I'd never had anyone tell me that I was number one, that I was the most special before. Other stories his friends told were some of the crazy things he did, again, as he was getting close to death, and he was making things up. He was having all kinds of fantasies happening, and one of the big ones was he would say over and over again, Deian's coming to see me. He said it a lot, but I didn't go. I got distracted. I got distracted by my relationship and my job and my money, and I didn't go. So, you know, a story they say in the rules, thanks for the warning that we shouldn't be too on point, but here are all the rules, okay? So they say in the rules, the story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. So in my story, the beginning was 2 young guys meet in the military, they drink too much, they have a really long friendship, and one of them dies. But just because that's the ending of that story doesn't mean it has to be the ending of the story, right? My takeaway, my mission of that is that I cannot be distracted from the things that I must do, that I want to do, that I need to do, that I must say yes. I must say yes to what's right in front of me, to what is right now. We all have a story. We all know what the beginning was, and we all already know there will be an end. But how do you feel the middle? How do you create the story? Say yes. Life is happening now. Your life is now. The time is now. Live your life, bitch. Thank you.